Hello there. Welcome to Sanders Presents. I'm Greg, and if you're enjoying our content, please consider hitting that like button, showing the subscription button some love, and sharing this content with your friends across social media. Now, let's jump right into it. This video, of course, is sponsored by our YouTube membership program. As always, and as I can be upfront as possible, data mining is not an exact science. That is to say, just because something has appeared in a data mine at one point does not mean it will make it into the launch game or into the, a final build, so to speak. It does not mean that. We can't take this as reveals. This is not official. These are leaks. The companies like Bungie and Crystal Dynamics do not like data mining. They are against it. So let's be right up front with this full discussion. And now, obviously, Paramount is protecting this channel. That's it. That's the big Paramount thing. So, visually, images that have been data mined, again, and I always want to attest this, I always want to say, and I always want to be, I'm very, very thankful for the help of Emily in these data mining traversals. I will not be showing any images. I will not. And I will not also be showing any audio because I got in big trouble the last time I did. So when I say that there's audio that references Carol Danvers, there is audio that references Carol Danvers. I cannot play it. There are files, there's some images, whatever the heck you want to call them. They are were also involved in the data mine that Emily found for me, which again I'm very grateful for. And now, with all that out of the way, Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers. We've already done a Captain Marvel data mine. That's in a separate video. And again, I urge you to check out our Avengers data mine playlist, which you can check out right there, and we'll also be provided a link to at the end of the video. You'll be able to just click on the playlist if you wish. So with all that out of the way, Captain Marvel, Carol is very far along. Now, none of that should come as a surprise. We've already known about her model. We've already seen her model. None of this is shocking. We talked about this, oh, good Lord, almost a year ago. Can you believe that? We did our data mine in August 2020. Here we are. It's almost August 2021. It's crazy how that's come back around. And we have only gotten 2 heroes. I digress. But so looking at just in terms of the data, which again is not definitive. This doesn't mean this isn't press. You know what I mean? This is not press. I want to make sure that we're clear and we're on the same page. Carol has abilities. She has her ultimates, everything. I mean, she is very far along. That's the easiest way that I can transpire to you. She is very far along. In terms of, and we've talked about this, and we have videos that, talk about the other characters as well. I, relatively speaking, believe that she's got to be one of the next 3 or 4. I'm a little iffy, if only because, so I feel like Winter Soldier and She-Hulk are neck and neck. I believe either of them could be the very next hero. And again, I'm not counting Spider-Man. Spider-Man doesn't count. He's exclusive to PlayStation. He doesn't count for me. Like in terms of like what's available to everyone and what's in the standard pipeline, Spider-Man, I just leave Spider-Man out of this conversation because it was Crystal Dynamics themselves who said Spider-Man was extra and that he wasn't a part of the main game pipeline. So we remove him from the conversation, and we have a Spider-Man data mine as well. Where does that put us though? Yeah, I mean, I feel very confident in it would be She-Hulk or Winter Soldier, and one of them will be first, one of them will be second, and honestly, it could be neck and neck. It really is that close. Because again, I just want to point out and offer a reminder. Data mining, there's no release dates. It doesn't. It's all interpretation. You look at it. You look at what's available for She-Hulk. You look at what's available for Winter Soldier, and you come to a conclusion. And everybody reaches their own conclusion. Emily and I have debated this about which one seems the most likely. I'm edging slightly towards She-Hulk. That might be a little bit of bias, though, because I'm really excited about She-Hulk. I think She-Hulk could very well be the very next hero after, Black Panther. Emily thinks it could be Winter Soldier. It's really it's a toss up. It really is. Then there is, of course, the next two, War Machine and Captain Marvel, Carol. If you watch our War Machine video, I go into information. And again, this is something else. I think you're going to disagree on how information's interpreted. I don't know if War Machine has been abandoned or not anymore. It looked like development, so to speak, would have stalled, or at least that's how I interpreted it. Now, again, maybe that's because they put everything on Black Panther. Maybe they put everybody on Black Panther and Spider-Man, so it just kind of looks like that. But I'm apprehensive in terms of heroes beyond these four, just because it looks like there might not be. It looks like we just need to wait and see. You know what I mean? So how Carol fits into this, given how far along she is, and again, knowing that there is dialogue related to her, I feel like if you have Carol, if you have Captain Marvel, and we have a Kree Datamine as well, obviously spoilers are going to be a part of this, just inevitably. I feel like if you're going to launch Carol, you have to launch her like you do Black Panther. It's going to have to come with enemies. It's going to be an expansion, right? It's not just going to be a Operation Hero Drop, whatever they want to call the others, the smaller ones. Kate Bishop and Hawkeye were relatively small releases. I don't know if Black Panther's going to have a lot to offer. I don't. In terms of raw information in what Black Panther has to offer, I don't know. I really don't. I don't know if it's going to be that huge. I know that they're calling it an expansion, their biggest ever. All I can do is wait and see. That's it. But in terms of how they're advertising and marketing Black Panther, and Black Panther coming with new enemy types, I feel like Carol would have to be the same. Like when they come out with Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, she'll have to come with the Kree, right? So she would be a bigger release. So it would make sense to me, and and this is why I could see it going, one of two ways. We get Black Panther. And again, there's no guarantees except that these characters are far enough along that whatever happens to this game, I feel like they'll come no matter what. But we get Black Panther. Spider-Man, of course, is extra. Doesn't count into this conversation. Then we would get She-Hulk, Winter Soldier, Captain Marvel. I think that's how I would see it. Because Captain Marvel she would come with the villains. She would come with Kree. She'd be a big expansion. I don't really see Winter Soldier offering a big expansion. I mean, unless they wanted to introduce Hydra or something, I suppose. But there's no evidence of that. There really isn't. And then I don't really see what She-Hulk could come with in terms of enemies besides, a boss like Red Hulk. And then it's a really flip of the coin. It's up in the air, honestly, about War Machine. Even if we get War Machine, or if the game survives beyond that, because we just have to have that kind of honest conversation. But Carol Danvers is in development. She has been in active development. She has not been abandoned. I do 100% expect her to be the second or third hero after Black Panther, depending on, again, like I said, depending on how this shakes out. These characters could come at various stages, at various points throughout the next year. I don't know for certain because, again, like I said, this is all interpretation. If the game is canceled, if they close up shop on the game, none of this matters. None of this data mining matters at that point. But She-Hulk, Winter Soldier, Captain Marvel, I think you're looking at the next three. I really do. I really think you're looking at the next three within that. And I think I think everybody would look at this information and probably interpret in their own way who comes next. I don't think you put Captain Marvel right after Black Panther, just because based on data mining, it looks as though Captain Marvel would have a lot of content associated with her and a new enemy type in the Kree, because I don't see who else the Kree fits with. When you introduce Carol Danvers, that's when you introduce the Kree enemy types. That's my opinion. That's my interpretation of all of this, because the Kree are here. They're all over this. So, but again, that's all me. That's all my interpretation. I want to absolutely thank my YouTube members for their continued support and for making this content possible. I truly do appreciate it. If you're interested in becoming a YouTube member and sponsoring your own videos and checking out our exclusive content, then you can follow a link in the description below to become a YouTube member for $2.99 a month. Please consider becoming a master today, and thank you. To everyone, thank you for watching and being a part of the conversation. I really do appreciate it. Please consider liking this video, showing that subscription button some love, and sharing this content with your friends across social media, because it all helps immensely with YouTube's analytics and algorithms. Above all else, and most importantly, stay safe, take care of others, and may the force be with you.